OnePlus always bought into its tagline of never settle and made a global splash since its very first foray. Ever since the OnePlus 9T, they have without fail come up with a T variant of their devices. There's a break in that 5-year-old tradition now. Well, kinda. While the 9T and the 9T Pro have officially been cancelled, their new cheapest flagship, the 9R, is getting a T variant. Meet the OnePlus 9RT. OnePlus just took the wraps of this earlier today, and in this video, let's see what's the deal with the 9RT. Hey guys, this is Ananthan from C4A Tech and let's roll. Before we talk about the OnePlus 9RT, a small history lesson. The T variants have always been minor incremental upgrades 6 months after the OG version drops. This was kind of based on Apple's incremental S lineup. Get it? OnePlus S is T. Now OnePlus have always gone with the best chip in the market for their flagships, given the flagship killer moniker they started with. Well, now they are more of a core audience killer by jumping to flagship territory themselves. Anyway, like I said earlier, OnePlus recently announced there ain't gonna be a 90 or a 90 Pro this year. Makes sense since there isn't much they could add to those phones. Not that it stopped them in the past. But their new 9R this year, for the first time a OnePlus flagship phone did not have the latest and greatest chip inside. Instead, it used Qualcomm's second most powerful chip, the Snapdragon 870, which is a minor improvement on last year's 865 Plus. That's what OnePlus has gone to rectify with the 9RT. The chip inside here is now the 888 instead of the 870, bringing it squarely to 2021 flagship performance territory. So that's one big change. The OnePlus 9RT seems to have a similar design to the OnePlus 9, except for the fact that the camera bump seems larger than the last one. Apart from that, the devices look nearly identical. It sports a 6.62-inch AMOLED HDR10 Plus display with a refresh rate of up to 120Hz. This is the Samsung E4 panel we have seen on phones like the Mi 11X and the K40 lineup of phone. The display on OnePlus devices are usually good and I fully expect to be satisfied with this one too. But due diligence and all that. We will reserve our judgment till we test out this device. We are also getting 600Hz of touch sampling rate, which is one of the highest in the market today. If all that sounds very familiar, then it's cause it's the exact same thing as just said about the Realme GT Neo 2. But of course, the difference here is the chip inside. This one has the Snapdragon 888 processor, 8 or 12 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM with either 128 or 256 gigs of UFS 3.1 storage. OnePlus generally hasn't been one for gimmicks like Oppo or Samsung, but this time they have indulged and graciously given us an additional 7 gigs of virtual RAM. For those who don't know, this is pseudo RAM that's been scavenged from your internal storage that is supposed to help you with multitasking and holding more apps in the memory. Hey Ash, I deserve a raise for being able to say that with a straight face. Let's talk about the cameras now. The 9RT comes with a triple camera setup this time around. They have ditched the 2 megapixel monochrome sensor from the 9R. The 16 megapixel ultra wide and the 5 megapixel macro sensors seem to be the same as the 9R though. The primary sensor, on the other hand, gets a slight spec bump. It's a 50 megapixel f1.7 lens compared to the 48 megapixel f1.7 sensor on the 9R. I'm not saying a 2 megapixel bump is gonna make any major difference, but this is the Sony IMX77 sensor they're going with here. While we've seen this sensor on good camera phones like the Vivo X70 Pro and the Oppo Reno 6 Pro Plus, I'm interested to see the OnePlus's implementation here. After all, it's the same sensor OnePlus has used on their mid-range phone, the Note 2. The selfie camera here is a 16 megapixel shooter that we expect will perform the same way it performed on the 9R. Other specs include a 4500 mAh battery with 65W fast charging that promise 0 to 100 in 29 minutes. That seems to be the same across all OnePlus 9 variants. There is no mention about charging or the max speeds. One other notable addition is a larger vapor chamber that is supposed to increase performance gains. So a 888 that should technically not throttle as much as on other OnePlus phones. Add to it we have 600Hz touch sampling and 120Hz refresh. It leaves me quite optimistic about the experience. That's despite the whole Oxygen OS, Color OS fusion stuff. Despite that, this seems to be shaping up to be one of the best performance in the segment. Now, what segment would that be? The base variant of the 9RT with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage is priced at 3,299 yuan, which when converted is 38,621 rupees. And the top 12 256 GB variant is priced at 3,799 yuan, which converts to around 44,475 rupees. So basically the top variant of the 9RT should be priced a little cheaper than the current OnePlus 9R, given the RT has to coexist with the 9 and the 9 Pro. That seems to make sense, right? Compared to the 9R, considering if and when it arrives in India, I'm sure OnePlus are gonna push that pricing up a couple of grand. Which given the 888, I can't really complain about but the constantly rising cost of OnePlus phones is kinda annoying. What do you think? Now, given there is no oxygen noise anymore, how would this fare against the Realme GT? Sadly enough, Realme seems to have a better track record with handling temps, avoiding heating or throttling issues. So, what would that be? It's a new interesting dynamic we'll probably get to know more once people start getting their hands on the RT. The GT versus the RT. Is that something you'd like to see? Leave a comment down below. So that's pretty much everything OnePlus 9RT. All you need to know. If you have any questions, you know what to do. And with that, we get to the end of this video. Until next time, this is Anathan from C4A Tech. I'll definitely catch you in the next one. Ciao.